Hello, folks. It's a huge pleasure to me to see all of you. Let's wait a few minutes, one, maybe two, to allow all folks who subscribed to join our today's webinar, and we will continue today's topic. By the way, it's our record number of people who joins and who's going to join our webinar. And it's first time for me at the same time to host a webinar. Thanks, Sandra, for joining me as a wing. So Sandra will be checking our chat and Q&A and helping me to go as smooth as possible. And as I mentioned, it's my first time at Zeit doing webinar. So please, if you can, drop a smiley face on chat, so I know that I have a nice, kind, positive audience, and it will support me. And thanks to that, we will get better webinar. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Daylin. Thanks, Panoptic, Ralph, Ben. Oh, Ben, I know you. Thank you, folks. Okay. Let's start slowly. I'm happy that you are so excited about our today's topic. I'm excited as well. Today we are going to cover at least two main big topics. This is our agenda for today. We are going to speak recording and with some details, with some little tricks and details, and video editing. As a bonus, I'm going to present you some sneak peeks, some stuff that we are working on, and I hope you'll like it. If you don't like it, I would really, really appreciate feedback. I always say that more negative feedback, better for us and better for you, because thanks to that, we can build better product. Okay, so let's speak video recording. It's main topic, one of two main topics of our today's webinar. Before we decide GIF or video, because there are two main ways how you can prepare a recording using Zeit. So you can choose record or GIF, but what should you choose, you can ask. For GIFs, please use it for quick, short clips. Use GIF if you are not going to record your voice, because GIFs as a format don't allow it. Only screen. Mike has started. I can see the stream. Sandra, can you confirm that everything is fine?
Everything looks great on my end. If anyone else is having issues, let us know.
Okay, perfect. I continue. If something is wrong, we will try to fix it later. So regarding GIFs, you are not able to record voice. You will be able to record only screen. Really powerful feature of Zeit is recording your camera, so users can see your face. GIFs don't allow it. Also, GIFs are proposed and recommended for recording just some section of your screen. Why is that? GIFs are really heavy compressed, so the quality isn't so perfect. So if you want to record something and focus on the specific area of your screen, like a button or section or a segment of your like e-commerce product, use GIF. Quality will be slightly lower usually. GIFs are also like the compression of GIFs makes the output file really big. But what is really, really powerful in terms of GIFs is that it automatically triggers live preview. So GIFs will be played automatically regardless the platform. So users, your audience will see what you have recorded with no action on their side required. Videos, on the other hand, are great for longer forms. As GIFs are limited to 60 seconds, videos are basically unlimited. We have one user who records 24 hours streams using Zeit. Videos obviously allow you to record your voice and camera, and it makes like awesome feature because you can create really personal connection with what users see, what you want to present to them. Videos are also great to record even all screen, even huge monitors, thanks to high quality. If you set your quality to 4K, every single pixel is perfectly visible. So yeah, if you want to record bigger section of your screen or all screen, always choose video. Also, for many platforms, we allow embedded player, so users will see not only a thumbnail, which they can need to click, and then we open a website for them. There would be a player where they click play button, and they have your content played directly embedded in the product in Slack, for example, or Microsoft Teams or Gmail. So let me show some details to you. Record. What I usually do, I just select region, but you have also full screen available. There are some options that I usually check before I start recording. If my camera is properly selected, as you see, I have two cameras, and we always display which camera is active, so you won't make a mistake if you only take a short look on the drop down here. Same for microphone. My experience is that whatever headset I use, Mac microphone is always better than that. If you don't have professional tools, professional microphone, please use MacBook Pro microphone, and you'll be happy with your results. On Windows, it depends on what device do you use, if the quality of microphone is good enough. Oh, actually, one more point that I would love to add. I present macOS app. However, the Windows app is almost one-to-one. The functionality is exactly the same. We try to keep that aligned. Even our Chrome add-on provides almost the same functionality. So you see that you can also record, take a screenshot, GIF, or annotate. However, we always recommend the native app. In my case, it's the Mac app. So full screen, camera, microphone, and monitor. Can you mirror the webcam? Yes, you can. I think that it's in the settings. Greg, I try to reach you after our webinar and provide some guidance how to do that. Thanks for the question. Two really quick actions that you can take. If you want to turn off your camera, you don't need to look for an option here. You can just click on the button here. Microphone, you can check if microphone works correctly. There is a little animation as you talk. If you talk, it moves. If you don't, it's just the lighter blue color. If you want to mute, just click it, and that's done. A nice little, and the monitor is another important thing. I use two different monitors. So I always check for full screen if a correct monitor is chosen or selected. Okay, sometimes we realized over the years of our product being on production and being used that sometimes users start recording with microphone being muted, and they don't realize that it happened, and they record something sometimes even for hours, and they didn't record their microphone. We have a nice little reminder that, okay, your microphone is muted. Do you want to unmute it and continue, or continue with microphone muted? It depends on your case. If you don't like this message, this little reminder, you can click don't ask again, and we won't show you that again. Yeah, let's continue for a second. Now we see a counter, and recording started. Okay, I'll show you some options that are available during recording later. For now, let's switch to another tab, and it's Select Region. And personally, it's my favorite tab. I'm showing you why in a second. Uh, as you click Select Region, you get a nice like middle screen. Uh, on the middle screen, you can take a few actions. Usually, users draw a rectangle so they can select which part of the screen will be recorded. And that's great. It's for what this screen was created and this feature was created. However, there is a few more. If you start recording using Select Region, there is click once for full screen. And it's a really powerful thing because you don't need to remember, it's how I do that. You don't need to remember full screen or Select Region. I always use Select Region, and it only requires one additional click on my side. So I can click now and I record full screen. So it's like, it adds a step for me, but I think that it's more shortcut than additional effort. Thanks to that, I don't need to think how I want to record my screen prior I start recording. Um, Two more awesome options on that screen. One is space, and as space is available as like a space bar. Let me show you an example. I have two windows here, right? I click record, I click select region, and now I can select which window will be recorded. So I press spacebar now, and I can select this or this window. If I have like different apps, multiple apps, I can select how the section of screen that will be recorded is drawn automatically. So you don't need to like fit every pixel and make it clear and nice. We will do that for you based on what you are recording. And yeah, select region, I've already mentioned. You can always draw as you wish. Like in this case, let's do this like fitting our blue presentation deck. We start recording. There's always a counter, so we have 3 seconds to prepare yourself. And yeah, let's finish the recording. And one more awesome thing that is available here, and I use it all the time. If you select a specific area of your screen and you don't need to repeat the same selection all the time, there is also enter for selection. By the way, you don't need to use your keyboard keys. You can just click whatever is available here. So in my case, I click or click enter for last selection, or press enter, and I get the same area as I selected last time automatically chosen for me. Okay, what's next? Let's talk what options are available as I start recording. So I'm selecting as an area. I start recording. It's counting, and recording has started. And what is really powerful, and again, I use it all the time, is annotate option. Annotate option allows you to bring users' attention to the specific areas of your recording. You can use arrows. You can use lines if you want to. For example, highlight a specific sentence of your list. What is really great is this tool, so you can like almost draw, like hand draw whatever you wish, like do a nice selections. And text is also highly used by users. You can always change the colors. You can also change the time for which each annotation will be visible for the users. If you feel that okay, the recording takes too long and you want to like rest for a second, maybe sip your tea, as what I'm going to do, you can press pause. It will be invisible for the users. They probably won't notice that you pressed pause. You can like sip your tea and then easily continue press resume. If you are not happy with what you are recording, like you done any mistake or something, like you don't need to do that. What I'm saying right now, we have other methods to correct your mistakes afterwards. You using our video editing. But if you want to correct something immediately, you can press restart, and thanks to that, you don't need to check if your setting is correct, if your area is drawn correctly. Like we reverse the same settings and start another recording automatically for you. Okay. It would be this, but what happens if your video is already created? We do AI, as a lot of companies do. However, we wanted to make it really useful for the users. It's not just a trendy catchphrase. So let me show an example how we process our video recordings. You have audio, right? Because you recorded your video. It's your audio or audio of the users, of the people you speak with. If you recorded a call, for example. We at Zeit do a lot of usability tests. We ask users for their opinions, for their feedback. We show some sneak peeks and beta versions, and we processed videos exactly as at my example, using AI. The items are named automatically thanks to that. So I don't need to even start the recordings, and I know that, okay, it was a feedback session and it was about our dashboard redesign ideas. I can check really in-point summary, which is really about what happened during the interview. But I also have transcription tab. In transcription tab, I can super easily check what the call was about. I remember that the user mentioned that he prefers tiles or gallery or list above. Yeah, he didn't like the list view. He preferred the gallery view, and I can easily check that. Okay, grid and list. He wants to use grid more often. Again, I use the grid view. He said, I want to check the details. I just click on the timestamp, and I see exactly what he said. I can easily remind myself what happened during the interview. He mentioned also something about our another feature collections. So I search for collections. Okay, he mentioned it here. I click timestamp, and I get exactly this part of the recording when we discussed collections feature. So yeah, this is huge value, especially when you consider that everything what you see here, the item name, the description, and the transcription is searchable. So if you go to our dashboard and you type collection or grid or list or whatever phrase was used during the recording, we will find your video. It's huge value because thanks to that, all your video content is searchable. You can go back to that. You can remind what do you really need. Huge power that we are adding to the product, and it's in the beta phase. Pretty soon we are going to start selling a dedicated add-on for that. Okay, let's move now to video editing. We have our recording. It's searchable. It's transcribed, described, and auto-named. But what if you recorded a video and you've done something what you want to remove from the beginning or end of recording? And I think that one of you folks asked a question about that, how to remove a part of the video. So now let's cover that. Please keep in mind that video editing is available in Zeit in two forms. One, on the app side. So if you click a little pencil button here, we open a native video editing for you. But what I'm going to show you today is our web version of video editing. It's more powerful, there is much more options, and it's our newest product in terms of video editing options. So here is a demo. I recorded something today or yesterday, and I've realized at some point that there was some part of that was unnecessary. Actually, I use our own player because it's much better quality than that like YouTube generated thing. So yeah, here I see that I recorded something that I want to remove, and I check what was that. Yeah, I was setting my my lighting, and I was turning my lamp that you see right there behind me. I was fixing the frame, and then I started talking, explaining what I wanted to record. But I started too early, so I started talking something. Then I realized that, oh no, I want to do that from the beginning. And I've done one thing. I explain you later why I've done something like that. And okay, I know what I want to remove. I press edit on our like web part of the product, and I get the video editor opened. The options that you see available here is trim, crop, filter, and fine tune. Now let's cover trim. What I do now is I'm checking the beginning of the recording that I want to remove. I'm looking for this part that is unnecessary when I started talking, but too early. You always can drag this little timestamp with a vertical line, so you can find the specific moment, exactly this point of time from which you want to trim, from the beginning or from the end, but also from the middle, which I'll show in a few minutes. And what I've done right now, I've done this gesture. Thanks to that, it's much easier to me to find the specific point in my recording from which I want to remove something. So I found it. I'm adding like 1-2 more additional seconds. Really powerful trick, and I remove that part of the video. However, I remember that I've done something unnecessary when I finished my recording. So I relaxed too early. It was like I stopped my recording, my presentation, was like, okay, done. And I shouldn't do that, so I want to remove it. Now I found again this moment. I drag the timestamp and then drag that like blue framed area. So everything which is grayed out will be removed from the recording. So now I check once again, and you see there is like a little button that becomes gray, split and merge. When the button is gray, it means that it will be included in the recording. Sorry, if the button is active, it means that that part is going to be included in the recording. Otherwise, you are not able to split it. So I selected my my time range. I check if everything went fine, if video was generated correctly, and it is indeed. So instead of recording a video from scratch from the very beginning, I've just edited the video. I've removed the beginning and the end of the recording, which weren't so great as I wished them to be. Okay, it was trimming from the beginning and from the end. And again, hot tip, help yourself finding what you want to remove. Do this or do this, so it's easier to find it. It works similarly to clapperboard as you want from the movies, like this thing. Okay, but what if you have done any mistake in the middle of recording? Do you need to record that from scratch? Are you able to remove that specific area which was unnecessary? You can remove it, and it's super easy with our web-based video editing. So another example here, I've been recording my video and I received a call. So yeah, I've answered the phone. I immediately done this gesture. I've continued talking and doing my stuff that I had to do at this time. Okay, and now I know that I can remove that section of my recording. So again, I click edit. I found the specific section of video that I want to remove. So I drag that vertical line with the timestamp, And now I click split. As split button is pressed, the blue frame is splitted to two different parts. You can even, by the way, you can split as many areas as you wish. And in this case, there are two different areas. And now again, I check if my splitted area is correct. So if I press enter, if I press play, once I splitted this, you see that this timestamp automatically moves to the area that is going to be included in the recording. And you see that it's almost unnoticeable that I split something. Like you probably will see if you recorded yourself and you edited this, like you see that one frame that is like little weird, but I can promise you, nobody will notice that something like that happened. Even in this case, when the camera is relatively big, usually users use smaller camera version. You can like change the camera size as you record your videos using Zeit. So it's seamless and it is invisible to your users. Okay, what's next? Crop. I sometimes forget to select specific area. As I shown you, I like using this select region. So sometimes my finger is quicker than my brain, so I click and start recording, which is incorrect. I like to have recorded only that part of the screen that is important to my audience, to users that will watch my recording. So I crop unnecessary areas. In this case, I recorded all my screen, but I want to remove some areas. So I usually, if it's a web, if it's like e-commerce product, if it's a sales pitch which includes the browser, if it's like Figma, for example, and you are a designer and you want to do a design review or design walkthrough, you would like to include some parts of the original interface, so it's better understandable. So in this case, I consider, do I want to keep this or not? But I noticed that there is like refresh to update button, which I don't want to have included there, because it means that I've updated my Chrome browser little too late. So I remove this part and I have only the website visible. Sometimes I remove also scroll bar, so users will see only the real content that I wanted to get recorded. As easy as that, you click done. After that, I've just checked if everything is included correctly, and boom, that's done. You see that editing is in progress. Video editing usually takes some time. It's not like just in this second, but it's server-side editing, so it doesn't depend on quality of your device. It's on our server. How long will be the editing? You probably ask. We can't answer so easily. It depends on video quality, it depends on video size. So if it's a small area, it takes shorter than huge screens. It depends also on how busy are our servers. Sometimes we do something in the background, sometimes we don't. So there's no simple answer. We would like to have that happening quicker, and we are working on some improvements in terms of that. Okay, what's next, folks? Fine-tune. We allow many different operations on your recordings. You can apply filters. You can fine-tune your videos in really nice way. But today I would like to mention only one fine-tune option, and it's clarity. Our free users are able to record only 720p video recordings. Sometimes users change the quality because then the transfer is quicker, and then they forget that they done it, and the quality is too low for their expectations. However, there is a little trick in fine-tune. You can also change exposure, what I show right here. You can change saturation and exposure, but let's focus on clarity. Just doing some little slider tweaks, you can sharpener your recordings, so it's not so blurry anymore. In most cases, it works perfectly, even for images. Usually, sharper images in cases like that look much better and cleaner. So yeah, quick little trick: what to do if your video recording quality is too low. Again, just click done, and the change is applied. Well, it's exactly what I have done there. Okay, and now let's imagine that you edited, you trimmed some part of the video that you didn't want to trim. What happened? Now, what you have done is applied to your recording. Pretty soon, we are going to improve that. So we are making your life as stressless as it's possible. So no more questions and thoughts about what happened if I removed some important part of my video. We are working on the version history feature. So thanks to that, as you click, we call it versions and duplicate position on your context menu, you will get a modal window like that, in which you can track every changes that you have done for your file. So for each timestamp, for each editing, you can check preview, how it did look in the past, like the previous version. You can restore it, so you change which version is displayed for your specific link, but you can also duplicate an item. It could be current item that is duplicated, so you don't need to take the same screenshot again and again, but also if you annotated your screenshot, or you edited your video multiple times, and you want to revert your original video but not replace the current link, you can just click duplicate, and we will create another new item based on the historical version of your current item, video, image, or other file types. So again, no stress. We are trying to make your life as nice and pleasure as we can. It was a little sneak peek, and I have a few more related to video editing and video recording. So one of the highly requested features that we are working on is merge videos. Here is a short demo how it's going to look. So you open your item, you go to merge videos, and we display for you very simple modal. In the modal, you can just paste URL to any site video, and as it's pasted, we check if the link is correct, if it's a correct site video, if the item exists, and if it's really a video, and if it belongs to you or your organization. Then you can select if you add a new video at the beginning or at the end. So you can be a nice creator and add more videos to currently existing video. You can then repeat the same operation if you want to add more. It's a very simple state of this feature. We would like to make it more sophisticated, but at this time we want to make this way. So let's ask a question if it's okay for you. Sandra, did you drop a poll regarding that? I can find. Okay, I can. So yeah, I'm starting a poll, so you can answer if that state of the feature is enough for you, if you like it, or you can choose another option. So please vote so we better understand your needs and we can prioritize the feature properly. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Probably you need to go to polls tab. I'm not 100% sure if it was displayed on chat, but if you press poll, you can see.
Yeah, poll's on the right side of your screen for anyone who's looking for it. You'll see chat, question, and then poll. It kind of looks like an analytics icon.
Yes, correct. It's like stack bars. Okay, I'll give you 10 more seconds to vote. It's exciting. 7-3, 7-3, 7-4, 8-4. Okay, you can still vote. However, I'll continue and I show you potential another step for merge videos. Like we noticed that our users sometimes want to add their intro or outro recordings. So if it's your case, if you want to create really nice like marketing videos or help desk videos, the materials that always should have intro or outro, you or your workspace admin will be able to define two different recordings that would be assigned to intro and outro. And for this case, you won't need to find a specific video and paste a URL for that. You can just toggle intro outro, and we will automatically add it to the very beginning or very end of your recording. So one little next step forward to really really grown, really thoughtful feature. Sneak peek number 2, Redact. A lot of you ask for Redact for blur, for censorship, or removal of some parts of the interface. We have pretty simple way to make it real, and let me present it how it would look if we develop this case. This is a Twitter stream that I've recorded today's morning. And what I want to change is that, here my name, surname, and Twitter Slack is available, and I don't want to make it visible. So what we are going to allow for the first iteration is that you are able to draw some rectangles and other shapes over your video, and you can make it like skeleton. Everybody who works on digital know what skeletons mean, but it makes it looking like native, that it's like part of Twitter or X, but with no information on it. And once it's done, it will be applied to full duration of your recording. And it's an important information. In the first iteration of our Redact tool, all Redact that you do would be applied to full duration of your recording. We are investigating how to make it like smarter and deeper, so you would be able to define to each specific segment of your recording the Redact is applied. And again, I'm pretty sure that I saw a question about exactly this. I'm scrolling. Yeah, Eric asked for that. So for the first iteration, it won't be the case that you can define that from second 3 to 5 Redact, from 1 to 3, and from 5 to 12, the Redact wouldn't be applied. So folks, please tell me, what do you think about this scope? Is it good enough or not? And Paul just became visible. So please answer so we know how we should prioritize the new feature and how should we think about it. So yeah, the options available, please switch to the polls tab. The question is, what do you think about the Redact feature that is applied to the full duration of your recording? And the answers are it's exactly what I need. It's nice, but as a next step, it should allow me to decide when exactly I want to redact. And there are two more options, better than nothing, but it's not what I really need. And at this point, it doesn't help me at all. Don't even waste time on it. So please answer, and thanks to that, we will create better product together. I'll give you 10 seconds more so you can answer. Thanks for all the votes. We really, really appreciate it. And as we are collecting some answers, I'm jumping to another sneak peek segment, and it's video annotations. Probably some of you already noticed that in the tool I just shown, all the options that are available for image annotations are available also for video editing. So we are bringing real video annotations, not only video editing. So thanks to that, you can add arrows, text, paths, lines, rectangles, ellipses, stickers, emojis, etc., etc. You can even drag and drop. Your images to video editing exactly as you can for your image editing. So yeah, as you see here, I'm editing the video. Again, at the first phase, it would be added to all full duration of your recording, not to the specific segments of it, but it's the first step. We are trying to like ship that as soon as possible, and then we would try to make it better and better with each step. Okay, folks, and that would be everything what I prepared for you for today. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. I did. Thanks a lot for all your support, all your comments, all your questions and votes. We really like what we learned. Thanks to you. I hope that you liked as well what we show you today. The recording will be available afterwards for all of you. Sandra is going to send you that, so we can always come back to the recording and remind yourself what you did learn. We'll probably also repeat the same webinar in the future, so if you want to invite any of your colleagues, please do. And thank you a lot, folks. Have a great day, night, evening, or afternoon. See ya. Thank you.